Hi guys, Blue here, welcome to Cubeorithms. We're doing an unboxing today, so let's get into it. It's gonna be pretty sweet. You may notice I'm at a different desk. That's because my softbox lights, which I normally have in my recording closet, are currently being borrowed by my mom. So I'm recording this video at a different spot, so yeah. And that is it in the box, the bag, the whatever. As you can see, we got a pretty good amount of stuff today. Let's start opening some of this up. I'm gonna start with the GAN 11M Pro because that's the cube that I'm pretty much the most excited about for this video, so that's what we're gonna start with. First of all, this box is pretty crazy. It's got this rainbow glossy type reflectiveness to it, and it just seriously already is screaming premium cube, so that's nice. GAN knows how to make their boxes. I tell you what, and if we slide this lid off of here, we can see, we can't see the puzzle. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, okay, so we got the GAN card, right? I thought it felt kind of magnetic, but it might have just been like static electricity. Yeah, I was totally wrong. That's embarrassing. Not magnetic. Got a little tutorial, but it's actually just a QR code that leads to a tutorial. That's cool. An accessory box. Yep, there's a cube bag and the gigantic GAN pamphlet. And this smaller case, which is filled with a variety of different adjustment pieces. Did I just break this box right open? I totally just broke this. It has a hinge and I just ripped it right open. Whoopsie. Elasticity and magnet system instruction. That could come in handy for sure. And a little miniature screwdriver. Very nice. Then we got the cube itself in this pretty sweet, oh, this is dope. Okay, so it's got this very unique cube case where if you just pinch this, how fun is that? That's actually kind of dope. Look at this. You just squeeze the GAN logos and it pops right open. That's actually kind of awesome. So it's totally encapsulated, totally protected, and then boop, that's fun. And the puzzle itself. Let's clean up the area just a bit. Okay, so here's the GAN 11 Pro. Let's do some first turns right out of the box. What could I say? What could I have possibly expected? It's very, very good. It actually feels a little bit more resistant than it probably will after a couple solves. Once it breaks in, it'll probably open up, but it does have a little bit of, not tightness, but just kind of slowness, and that's kind of interesting. But it feels definitely like a winner. Corner cutting, 45, no problem. Everything, no problem, as expected. It is kind of a, you know, it's a premium cube. I'd be shocked if it couldn't do that. We pop off a center cap, we can take a look at the mechanism. Woo! Whoa, that went flying across the room. So you can see on the inside of the center cap, it has this adjustment mechanism. I feel like I actually have to read the pamphlet this time. Not gonna lie, this adjustment box, kind of hard to open without breaking the, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm missing something, but these hinges just keep coming off. So if you look at this mechanism, these little grabby hooks fit right there and you can twist and click it. So that was 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, and then it resets. So it goes down. And you can kind of see how this is working by looking at these pieces. Every time it clicks, it's going down one of those notches and getting tighter, I think. Or maybe it's getting loose. I mean, I'm turning it left, so maybe it's going down and getting looser. What this does is it makes it super easy to get consistent tensions and get them dialed in exactly how you want. So, but that's actually not the only way you can manually adjust these, because also on the pieces themselves, so you got where the magnets are, if it'll focus, there's these little things which you can push over to the side maybe? If this notch is over here on the left, it'll be weaker magnets. This is gonna be medium, and if it's over here, it'll be stronger magnets. And I assume how this works is it brings the magnet closer or farther away, depending on where it is. One thing I think is cool is that you can switch it over, and it switches over for all of them. It's like, as you do this, they're all connected to the same mechanism, so it's always the same. And that's cool. And it looks like the edges don't have anything specifically that they can do to be customized, but that's okay, because the corners kind of take care of that. I'm excited to mess around with this and figure out a bunch of different ways of finding a bunch of different feelings. I think right now I've probably strengthened the magnets a little bit because they do, for my tastes, feel a little bit weak. And I might also loosen it up a little bit, which I know both of those things in combination may sound kind of counterproductive, but it's just the feeling that I'm kind of used to at this point. And if I can get a feeling that I would expect and that I like, I'd like to do that. But in its just stock right out of the box conditions, it's already turning like a serious contender as a main, as a world record breaker. And that's not surprising because GAN just, every time they release a new cube, especially like a Pro cube with a number on it, like this is the 11 Pro, they're just pushing cubing hardware forward all the time. And this is a pretty advanced cube, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's move on to the next puzzle. After, of course, I put this back in its awesome case. Dope. Now here's something I'm kind of excited for, the Lego Cube. I've seen these on YouTube from various channels of people who have modded these or kind of made their own. And when I found out that there was a mass-produced one, which actually it's not called the Lego Cube. Sorry, that's actually a that's not what it's called. It's the Building Blocks Cube, not Lego. Stop it. There's the Lego Cube. I just called it again without even thinking. Stop it. I've never seen anything like this before, but it's got these little cylindrical peg looking things and these tile looking things, which again, not like any product I've ever seen before. It looks like these just fit right on here and you can press them down. And I bet these are gonna be absolutely impossible to get off. Not based on previous experiences with any other product, just saying, might need some long fingernails for this one. Yes, I'm already struggling to remove this. I want to be able to take this off because I feel like a lot of the fun with this puzzle is being able to move the tiles around. Okay, well, that's on there forever. I cannot get it off for the life of me. Let's just sticker this up. One thing I'm curious about though is if I can actually stick one down halfway. And are you serious? You actually can't put them in between. I thought a big point of this was that you could do bandaging, but I guess that's not the case because I just stuck it on. And if I try putting it here, it won't fit. It's too big of a gap. That's sad. So I'll just put these on like a regular cube and that'll be fine. Having a cube that looks like a certain popular product that shall not be named will be good enough. And done. Cool. Okay, so this actually looks really dope, even if it doesn't have like the bandaging thing that I guess I thought it was gonna have. This looks and feels pretty sweet in my hands. Let's try some turns. Okay, I would say it doesn't quite feel like a speed cube, but it does feel kind of blocky and kind of like how I would expect it to feel and how I want it to feel. I don't think I would necessarily want this to be like a crazy fast speed cube. It just, I mean, it turns very smoothly and it looks like it really doesn't have a ton in the way of corner cutting. So this wouldn't be one to speed solve. Definitely it wouldn't be competition legal because, I mean, look at how much color you can see on the outside. Yeah, this wouldn't fly. Also, I think we have a new contender for worst puzzle to step on. The Pyraminx is no longer the king. I think stepping on this bad boy would be worse. Especially if it was sitting on a cube stand and it was like, youch. Either way, this is the building block cube, and I think this is one of the coolest looking 3x3s I have in my collection now, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let's move on to the next puzzle. I want to do the mini puzzles. So we got the mini 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5. Okay, so that's actually not too crazy small. And look at this, an accessory box. How unnecessary. What is this? So we got, what are these? Oh, it's pieces of a stand. That's actually kind of interesting that they would put in these stand pieces and not just the stand itself. Bada boom, bada bing. That's the YJ stand, looking slick. There's some replacement magnets and a mini screwdriver, nice. And a pan flip for how to solve it. I'm gonna assume that's the same things that are gonna be in the other boxes, so I probably won't look into those. So they're not actually so tiny, The 3x3, it says it's 50 millimeters. The 4x4 says 56 millimeters. And the 5x5 is 58 millimeters. So that's not like horribly too much smaller than a standard size, but it is just a little bit smaller. Let's do some first turns on the 3x3. Oh wow, that actually has kind of a lovely feeling. It's got a nice weightiness to it. Blech. I could try it for some one-handed stuff, but I actually am horrible with one-handed because I never ever practice it. Corner cutting like a champ. This has a very simple, nice, snappy type feeling. Very smooth, very good corner cutting. It's got some snappiness on those corner cuts and overall very pleasant feeling. Let's try the 4x4. Okay. I don't know that I've ever quite used a 4x4 this small, so I'm kind of stumbling a little. It's like my muscle memory, I just have to squish it down just a little bit. But the outer layers and the inner layers seem to feel pretty much the same, which is a good thing. This one also has magnets, and the center magnets seem to be a lot stronger than the outer magnets. So doing algorithms like this is going nice and good. Yeah, very similar to the 3x3, smooth. It's got some crispiness to the corner cutting moves, and it's great. Let's try the 5x5. Ooh, very quiet, very smooth. Same feeling on the inner layers. That's a very good thing. Yeah, these feel awesome. These are actually really, really nice. These feel super good. They all have a very consistent feeling, which is good, and outer layers, inner layers moving the same, which is good. It's just got a very simple, smooth, nothing too crazy happening. It's got some snappage, which is a good thing. And yeah, I'm impressed. These actually feel really great. I might try to get into one-handed now. Uh-oh. That wasn't such a bad lockup. Moving on. Let's do the MGC 5x5. Now, it probably won't take too long on this one because the MGC 5x5, this is one that the people at SpeedCubeShop decided to chuck in there along with what I asked for as kind of an extra bonus thing. But I actually already have one of these. I've unboxed it before. It's a super, super good 5x5, so oh, and this one's actually not stickerless. The other one that I have is stickerless, so that's actually really nice. And we'll do some turns, and I already know this 5x5 turns like a beast. Oh my gosh. Oh, good grief. For the simple fact that I really like how black stickered puzzles look, and I like stickerless puzzles too, but there's something about black stickered puzzles that make them feel less like just speed cubes and more like actually like legit, you know? Like they look, I don't know. It's probably just me, but I like the way that they look. And this is probably gonna be my main 5x5 now because I already have the MGC 5x5 as my main, the stickerless one that I have. And this is just super dope. Turns unbelievably good. This almost, I feel like this feels better than my other MGC 5x5. Look how easy it is to do these moves. Look at how those layers just stay together. I highly recommend this 5x5. It's a really, really good one. I feel like it's the best, but I may not be fully educated because I haven't tried every 5x5, but no complaints at all for this one. Definitely good. Let's move on. Oh, haha, here it is. I found it sitting on the table like upside down and I thought it was just extra packaging laying around, but no. This is the mini 1 centimeter 3x3. That's amazing. New main, 100%, no doubt. I give this thing a week. I'm gonna lose it. Holy smokes. Let's do some turns. Oh, that turns unbelievably good though. That feels super smooth. A puzzle like this, of this size, you'd think, no way, this is gonna turn really terribly. But this actually is workable. And that's cool. This is smaller than the size of one piece on a regular 3x3. This is the mini 3x3. And this is even smaller than a normal 3x3. This thing is tiny. I like this. This is a good addition to the collection. Like I said, I really am going to try not to lose this. I'm going to put it probably on the top of the bookshelf where I keep all my other puzzles next to my 17x17 so that I don't lose it. Can I corner cut? Let's find out. I really don't want to really test it too hard because I really don't want it to break because it is so small. It felt resistant to corner cutting. I'm not gonna push it. Let's move on. Let's do the Skewb mix-ups. This is gonna be interesting. So this is the Skewb mix-up number 1. The Skewb mix-up number 3. Here's the 2 then. I don't know anything about these puzzles besides that I saw the picture and was like, whoa, those look dope. So let's start with number 1, which there's already a piece falling off of. Okay, so it moves like a normal Skewb, as expected. That's cool, but also, it looks like, what other kind of moves can it do? Okay, I see, so you're gonna do this half turn, right? And then you can switch these pieces. See that? I've seen stuff like that before. What's the name of the puzzle that has that? I don't remember. So this one's probably not gonna be that hard. If we look at the Skewb mix-up 2, these centers, or these center edges, have been split down the middle. So on this one it's just 1, but here, split down the middle for 2, which means we can switch 1, right? And we got that 1 switch. But then if we do something like, for example, how do we get, oh, I see, ooh. So this one's gonna be like, you can do a full half turn or just a quarter turn, and it's gonna have some shape shifting type stuff going on, mainly just rotated pieces sticking out in a way that is not healthy. This one's gonna be a little bit more complicated because you're gonna have to pair up all of the center edges and then solve it like one of these. So that's cool. And then the 3, Skewb mix-up 3, same situation, except you can do 1/3 of a turn, 2/3 of a turn, or a full half turn. So this one, again, it's gonna be, I'm feeling like it's a 5x5 type situation. It's like a 3x3, 4x4, and 5x5. So on the 3x3, all the edges are already paired. You just have to do the solve like you normally would. 4x4, you got each edge split into a half, you know? I should probably be showing this, you know, each edge split into 2 pieces. And then part of the solve is actually pairing them all up and then solving it like 3x3. 5x5, you got each edge piece has 3. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. Plus, you also got the Skewb moves, and all of these can be solved just like a normal Skewb with normal Skewb moves. These are gonna be probably not the hardest puzzles ever, but they are gonna be somewhat complex. I may be lying to myself here, but it's possible that these aren't gonna be that difficult. They may be super difficult, but we'll find out someday, maybe, probably. All right, and then we just got one more puzzle in today's unboxing. This is the MoYu WRM box. And it's got a bunch of customization features like normal, that's fun. Instead of the accessories coming in a little cardboard box, this one is a little plastic box, so that's cool. And everything seems to be in a big plastic box, so we can just kind of dump it out. This comes in a hard plastic case with plastic wrap. Very much protected puzzle, that's nice. And of course we got, it looks like in there, mini screwdriver, extra magnets, extra centers, extra core. Basically, if anything breaks down in here, you got an extra piece. So that is very good for keeping your puzzle alive for a very long time. Let's do some turns. Interesting, I'm actually getting some locking happening. It's corner cutting almost everything. Generally, puzzles out of the box feel just a little bit held back, and you can tell if you've had enough puzzles that have been broken in and you know what a really well-broken puzzle feels like. A really well-broken puzzle, a broken-in puzzle. This does feel a little bit held back, and as it breaks in, it'll get better, but I am feeling some resistance. It also feels pretty tight for my liking, so I might have to go in and adjust those tensions and loosen it up a little. And the customization features on here are very similar to the way that the GAN 11M Pro is. You got a tool that you can twist and it'll adjust the tensions to be lighter or looser, tighter or looser, bleh, so that you can get very even tensions along everything. And I don't think that there's any customization on the pieces themselves, which is fine. That's great. I can't even pop a piece out, it's so tight. Also, I scrambled it up. That's sad. There we go. All Alright everybody, that's it for today's unboxing video. Thank you very, very much for watching. These puzzles were provided by SpeedCubeShop.com. Please check them out and use the code BLUE when you check out. That helps to support me and my channel and everything that I do over here. And that's a big deal when you guys do that, so thank you very much. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!